Hello and welcome to the Mike Poller Show. I'm Mike Poller, as you may have guessed, and I'm here for another episode. Big surprise. I'm sorry it's been a while. I've been doing a bunch of stuff, and frankly, I had my first week at my new school, and it was very busy, and I'm turning my head back and forth, and I don't know why. Unicorns and rainbows and butterflies. Yes. But yeah, so that's all cool. I had a great first week of school. Went very well. Um, and thank you to the viewers um, of my last video. I hope it was informative about my company, and I hope that you learned from it because that's what it was made for. So yeah. As you can see, I'm on a different chair today, so I won't be rolling about. Yeah. So, cool. Stuff that we can go over. I still have those cards. I should be able to get them out. Sorry I didn't have them ready. Yeah. So, I didn't do it on Sunday, so I'm going to do it today. If this is a questions thing, we're going to put that bin full of stuff that I had. Yeah, so sorry, I'm totally and completely disorganized right now. Was not prepared exactly, completely, but I should be able to get those cards for ready very soon. In a second. Just need to find them. So yeah. Okay. Doesn't look like I can find the questions right now. But sorry. Very disorganized. They might be here. Okay. So, I can't seem to find the questions, which is frustrating. So yeah. So I just had my first week of school, and that was really cool. It went really well, and I'm very happy with the result. And as you might have noticed, my Mike Poller Facebook is down. It's been shut down for being for me having more than one account. So that was I got taken down. So yeah, that's all cool. So I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can find another way for you guys to communicate questions. Till then, just chill out on YouTube. Once again, comments. Likes aren't important as much as comments because comments can be anything from what you want me to do in future videos to how you think I did to Andrew, you are an idiot, get off, you know, like that kind of thing. You know, that kind of thing. The word Andrew is stuck in my head. I don't know why. Anyways, yeah. So with the sort of Mike, get off the internet. You're destroying it. Get off. Get out. 100% done. Die. Kinds of things. Even that, can happen. Still comments. So it gives me something to talk about, which is great, and I'm looking for that. So. And I'm looking forward to see what you guys think. So that's all cool. Um, and there is, I just got back from a meeting between, so I went to my old school for about 5 years. And it's now currently 10 years old. And and, um, and I got there the second year that the school was opened. And, um, and I went there for 5 years. So it is their 10th year, and they had their 10th year anniversary, and I met up with a bunch of my old friends, and it was cool, and we chilled, and we were awesome, and we chilled there. It was cool, and it was awesome, and I'm going to keep saying this until I come up with more content to go over, and I've got it. So, yeah, so a lot of my old friends there were nice. It was nice to see them, but mainly what was a big shocker for me was just the amount of memories based off the single toy structure. And I'm just gonna, tell you about. So, um, this toy structure was put in the new. It was there in the new. So the school moved at one point after about 2 years. So my second after at my third year of going to this school, um, I it moved campuses, and it went to a new place. It was once again still inside a church. The first one, it was inside the basement of a church. We had access to the gym occasionally, and then the kitchen in the gym. Um, what do we got? Yeah, so we had access to all that, and that was really cool. But the place was old. It was small. We went up in the amount of students, and we needed to increase the amount of space. So they went to a new location, and they still rent from a church. Um, and um, and we moved to this new location, and I had a very interesting first year there. Now I don't remember which year things happened there, but I do remember that um, some occurrences that happened while I was there. It was pretty funny. More might come to my mind later, but I'm going to tell you about the ones that come to mind now. So some of them that come to mind are there was another interesting one. So when I was younger, and I must have been about 10 years old, I just figured out what the what a certain word that starts in S and ends in X meant. And and it's not sax, as in saxophone. So I had just figured out what that meant, and I learned that by Googling it. Um, After my friend informed me to Google it because he wanted to figure out what it was, and he didn't want to Google it because his internet at his house sucked. And remember, we're too young to know, you know, how to make good excuses and stuff like that. So we did that, and I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. What are these people doing? Um, and so, of course, I was like, kind of creeped out, but then again, kind of intrigued. So I went to school, and of course, me being me, I printed off a picture. And um uh and I came to school with those pictures, and I was chilling out in lunchtime trying to figure out what the hell they were. Um and just so then my friend Jacob comes over and he's like, "Whoa, what's that?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's whatever women have between their legs." And he's like, "Oh, that's gross." I was like, "I'm not sure if it's gross. I'm not sure. It looks interesting." And of course, more and more people gather, and I'm sort of wondering, why the older kids are coming around and sort of giggling. Because remember, I was pretty young back then. Um, so, um, so, so, uh, I was wondering this, and there was kids were pretty far older than me, and this one girl comes by, and she's older than me by about a grade or two, and she just looks at it, and she's just like, "What the hell?" And I am sitting there confused. And I'm like, "B, what you talking about?" Like, because she was like freaking out, saying that I was like disgusting and stuff, and I didn't understand this. And because I had about I think 2, 3 pictures there, and I'm sort of going through them, trying to like asking the other people who were there like what it was, and I was confused. And of course, she leaves after getting mad at me for a little while, and a teacher comes over and just hauls me off to the principal's office, and I get in a hell of a lot of trouble. And as you can imagine, the conversations I would have had with the principal was horrific. Um, she's this big lady big old lady, and she kind of really frightened me at the time. Um, and she just frightened me. And that was the one day that she scared me the most, I think. And she just, like, was so angry, and I didn't understand. I didn't know what was going on. And of course, my parents sent me off to therapy after that. And I've been going to therapy before that, don't get me wrong. But, like, next thing I know, in the next 2 days, I'm off at therapy, and, teachers aren't, and, my therapist asks me, "Why'd you do it?" I'm like, "Do what?" And he says, "Why did you bring in that porn?" I'm like, "What's that?" And then she got mad at me for, playing like the no knowledge game or whatever. I'm like, "No, I seriously do not know what you're talking about. Please explain." And yeah, and that's, and I got in trouble, and my parents had a really, really bad conversation with me, and that's how that went down. So that is my first experience with inappropriate internet content. I hope you enjoyed that, and I think that's a funny story. It's also kind of sad, and just sad, and you know, goes to show how low I get. But really, I didn't know what it was. So I hope you enjoyed hanging with me. I enjoyed hanging with you. Totally stole that from Shane Dawson, but you know what? Whatever.